Some Feeling by Mild Orange. Intro, something like this. And that basic riff with a few extras, is two guitarists in the main track. That basic riff carries through most of the way through the song. So it features a cool little slide like this. It's got the forbidden chord from, I'm sure you recognize that, Stairway to Heaven. It's got that chord as well. And it's got a cool way for playing G. So enough talking, let's get into how to play the song. So we're going to start focusing predominantly on what my fretting hand is doing. And I hope in the meantime that you notice I'm playing with my fingers for this side of here. But I'll get to that side and technique later. First of all, let's get the tab underway. I'm going to suggest use the same finger combinations that I'm using. My fingers are numbered to help a bit. And I'm also assuming you've got the PDF printed out or on a screen that you can watch. So I can use it as a reference for you and you can cross-reference it as well. And we're starting with finger 1 on the first fret of the second string. Finger 2 on the second fret of the third string. And you're going to pluck those two strings together, but at the same time, like that. And you're going to slide it 2 frets forward, like that. So slow motion, there's the slide, and at speed. So it's a very quick, very neat, accurate slide from fret 1 and 2 to fret 3 and 4. You do that twice. And on the second time, you slide back down as well. So here's the first and the second phrase. The first one you just slide up. And the second phrase, you slide down as well. So it's going to be, and after that you release the fingers and you pluck the second string, which is the 0 on the tab, followed by the third string, which is the next 0 after that. Now you'll see the forward slashes and the reverse slashes on your PDF or the tab. That indicates whether you slide up, the forward slash, and then obviously the reverse when you slide down. Now, next up, after you've done this slow motion, okay, you're going to go all the way to fret number 5, and here we've got that forbidden song chord, that A minor from Stairway to Heaven. For those that don't know Stairway to Heaven, watch the movie Wayne's World. It'll make a lot of sense then, but enough of that. We're learning some feeling. We're starting with finger 1 in the 5th fret across strings 4, 3, 2 and 1, although you only really need 3, 2 and 1, but if you find it easier to place all 4 strings, that's fine. Middle finger number 2 is not going to be used, and your ring finger is going to the 7th fret 4th string, and you're going to pluck like this. Now I want to show us quickly before we do the next chord what's actually happening with our fretting hand. Sorry, I should have said a picking hand and not fretting hand. Okay, now we're using finger style for this one over here. You can use a pick, but I think it's just going to work so much nicer if you use your fingers for this one. You're going to start with the thumb for the 4th string, first finger for the 3rd string, middle finger for the 2nd string. So your first 3 notes, and then you're going to have another 5, and if you look at your tab sheet, it goes from the 7, goes to the next string 5, up again to the next 5, and then down quick 5, 7. Excuse the finger indications, this helps a little bit there. And those 5 notes should sound like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then after that, you'll see a double 5 written vertical on top of each other, and you pluck them at the same time. So slow motion, trying to get an angle here without the guitar falling off. We're going to sound like this. One more time. And I'm going to zoom out now to show you the technique and my picking hand, fretting hand combination. There's the A minor we've just been playing in the background. Here's the picking pattern. And you'll notice over here that my hand doesn't really move around much. So try and play from the wrist down. Try and imagine someone holding your wrist like this, like I'm holding my wrist now. So when you're picking, the fingers are doing the work and your hand is largely stationary. Now we put the slides in with it, and we're going to get the first part we learned together with it. So we're going to have keep that, and you're into G chord. Now the G chord is slightly different. I'm going to come a bit closer there. And I'm sure you're familiar with the chord F. Quick detour. F has got first finger flat across strings 1 and 2 in the first fret. Finger 2 and finger 3 go accordingly on strings 3 and 4 in the second and third fret. That is F. Now if I slide it 1 fret forward, I sharpened F, F sharp. This is F sharp. And if I slide it once more, this is actually G. That's my G chord. And you can hear it sounds the same. G, G. So it's just another way of playing it. We call it the voicing. And that picking pattern is now going to go exactly the same picking pattern you learned for the A minor. So if you put the first A minor and the G together with the riffs. Now just quickly, one or two of you might have picked up that when I did this, I once did this, I picked the wrong string. Didn't sound bad, did it? It's still in the same key. Now very important for this song over here as well is if you listen to it carefully, it doesn't play it exactly the same the whole way through, and there is a second guitar. So what you can do when you're playing this is that we can actually sort of change the rhythm a little bit, or not change the rhythm so much, but maybe change the strings. Don't always have to feel that you have to pick both strings. There are subtle discrepancies if you listen to the original. So I'm going to sort of play it through once or twice in a row just to get a feel for it. Like I said, this is the basic essence of the song, the introduction riff. There is a second guitar going in the background doing something similar like that, but that's just not what this video is for. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, and... you can hear there that there were subtle little variations I intentionally put in as well. Sort of quite sneaky, difficult sometimes to try and make it different when you haven't sort of consciously rehearsed anything. But the reason why I'm saying not consciously rehearse is because I'd like this to just become a cool jam song, something that you can do in a cool little riff. It's a very nice riff to do. It's nice for blues. You can maybe add a little bit in later like this. That also worked quite nicely. You can go. So if you know your A minor pentatonic scale, I'm sure you might know this. Fret number 7 starting on top, sorry, fret number 5 starting on top there. Going to go 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, then 5, 8 twice in a row. That is your A minor pentatonic scale for those that maybe aren't familiar with it. Now what you can do as a cool sort of study for yourself is to maybe start with this jam over here. So you start with something like this. And now you add your own. Some of them didn't work as well as I'd like to. I'm busy trying it as I'm going on the fly. But ultimately, you can actually use this song as a nice improvisational study as well. So get familiar with the scale, take the song a bit out of context. It's just a really cool jam. And then before I finish off, halfway through the song, there is an E minor 7 and a D minor 7 chord coming in as well by the bridge. The song is largely A minor and G the whole way through. There are tabs that show an E minor. I'm not picking up the E minor in the verses, so I've left it out on my tab. But the bridge has got the D minor 7, which looks like this. Fret number 5. And then you're playing fingers 2 and 3. E minor 7. Sorry, D minor 7. And then you're going to go from the D minor 7 to E minor 7. 2 frets up. Now, just have fun with the song, make it sort of quite a cool jam. I can't find tabs for the actual solo part, but I'll see if I can't work it out for another video later. Hope you enjoy the song. I love the little riff, it's really pretty cool, and have a good week. Cheers.